Welcome back to Stage Alpha Garage with me, Shaker. And in the background here, we have our Toyota Celica GT convertible. And today, we're upgrading with some stainless steel brake lines. I've been working on this car a little bit off camera. I did the exhaust. It doesn't leak. It's not pretty, but it works. I'm no welder. Saying that, that was my first time ever practicing with the TIG welder. It's going to take a lot of work, but I am slightly better at it than when I started. And if I continue, maybe I'll get better again. So today's brake lines are by Goodrich. They're performance stainless steel brake lines. We're going to put them on all four corners, of course, on the Celica. And hopefully this will give a better brake feel. Well, I've taken care of the first few steps because the car was already jacked up. And I got the wheels off. Most of them are already off. This is where we're going to start, at the right rear, and then we'll do the left rear, right front, left front, and then we'll come back and we'll bleed from here and in the same order again. And it doesn't really matter what order you put the brake lines in. I'm just doing it in the order to keep muscle memory right for when bleeding brakes. So as you can see here, I've already put some penetrant on the connections, but not really needed on this one because this car doesn't have any rust on it, so these connections are actually really pretty much brand new. I mean, this car is a 89 or 88 I believe, so these look like the original parts and nothing looks bad. But we are going to change out these rubber hoses for these stainless steel ones. Let's jump in. Alright, let's see what we get with these performance brake lines. That's it in the box. Oh, you get a bunch of stickers. That's awesome. That is a lot of stickers. Alright, and then we get 4 brake lines, the clips. There is no instructions to tell you which ones are which, where they go, but I assume the short one's here and the longer one's in the front, just by the looks of the lengths of the lines. Yeah, see how easy that was? Most brake lines aren't that easy. Using a 10mm flare nut wrench. This one looks a little rougher than the one over here. Let's see how it goes. I haven't put any heat or anything on this. This is just a little bit of penetrant. And that broke free. Very simple. Unbelievable for such an old car. I did make a bit of an error there. The instructions are on the back of the box. There's no paper ones inside. It's just all right here. Very plain as day. Well, we've run into a problem already. This says here, Toyota Celica ST162, 2-liter, 2-wheel drive, 86 to 90. Exactly what this is. But what I think is wrong is that this is meant for 4-wheel disc brakes, where we have disc in the front and drum on the rear of the convertible GT. The rear brake lines, well, all 4 brake lines have this fitting on the one end and then a banjo fitting on the other end. But the rear brake lines don't have any banjo fittings. They just have one rubber hose with this end on both ends. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do the rear brake lines yet, and we're going to have to look into a disc brake conversion for the rear of the Celica here, but we should be able to do the front. So we're going to move on to that, get the front done, and we'll come back to the rears at a later date. Okay, so we're moved up here to the front where we have the slotted and drilled performance rotors and disc brakes, obviously. So I think with this one, it's got the banjo fitting here and the regular fitting up here, so we should be able to switch these out without a problem. Let's see how easy these ones come off. Got our 10mm flare nut wrench. Oh. Perfect. That came right out. absolutely no issue. And I expect down here not to be any issue either. And we'll need a 13 for that by the feels of it. Let's have a look at the brake lines though. So, up here, come down. Now, we should be able to make it work. Just finished putting this brake line in. So I got this in. It was really annoying to get it up and get both of the lock rings in place, but they're in. But I have to say, for a $200 kit for brake lines, I would hope that it would fit better. And with the OEM, you got this piece here where it feeds through this hole here, but on the stainless steel it's just rubbing steel on steel, so I'm sure that's going to wear through. What I'm going to do is just put a rubber grommet on here and I don't know, replace the brake lines again when they rub through. I might even just go back and buy new rubber hoses, because I just like the way this connects and that doesn't connect in the same manner. Working with brake fluid is a lot of fun. Everything gets super slippery. It gets absolutely everywhere. So let's spray this down and hopefully clean up some of this oil, or brake fluid, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Whoops, left that recording for a long time. That's going to be annoying to unload and go through. There we have it. Driver's side is on, grommet's in, all buttoned up, brakes are bled for the front, and now we just got to wait and do the rear. See how that goes. Still waiting on the email back from Goodridge, but I went on their website, found the product that we bought, the STY0101-4. It's -4C on their website, but it's for a GTS. It's not for a GT convertible. So the front ones did fit, but the rear ones, like I said, they have banjo bolts on them, but you need just a short one, yay long, for the rear, for the convertible, and it's just brake line fittings on each end with the drum brakes in the rear, not disc. So maybe I'll switch over to disc in the rear, or maybe I'll just order some brake lines off Rock Auto and replace them and go from there, because this isn't a track car or anything. It's just a Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday cruiser, you know, just out on the town for a night. That's all this beautiful Celica is gonna be. I don't think it'll ever see the track. That being said, we're pretty much done for the day. We have to go find a shop to get the convertible top not replaced, but installed properly. Tried doing it myself, completely failed. Not something I recommend jumping into without any prior knowledge of doing it. So, we'll see you next time here at Stage Alpha Garage. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, dislike button. It lets me know what you like, what you don't like. Adios.